3, 2, 1.
Hello and Happy New Year. This is the day before, but it's January 1st tomorrow, and I figured for January 1st everybody needs a good hangover soup. And this is a soup that in New Orleans we make called Yakamein. Yakamein is pretty much a simple broth-based soup that has an oriental flair to it. I actually just put this recipe together a few minutes ago by clearing out my refrigerator and finding things in the pantry that I had to use up or like to use in the soup. So the main thing I have though that I saved from the other day is a nice gelatinous broth, chicken-based stock, and that is key to the soup. Obviously, to have a good soup, you don't have a good broth. You can buy one though. Everybody buys them nowadays. They make good ones, that you can purchase. Real quick over these ingredients, I have some of the most important. I'll point out the most important ones. That's always in it. Your spaghetti, most always. You always see it in your Yakamein in New Orleans. Some of the other things I added, I like to add mushrooms. That's just domestic. I mean, a good mushroom to have in there. I like to use oysters and shiitake sometimes too, if I have them. I have some greens, leftover greens. You can use mustard greens, collard greens. That's spinach and chard right there. I just chiffonade it. And hard-boiled egg is a garnish for it. Pork rinds will be a garnish. Pork cheddar, which is not ham, but you can use any meats you like, or seafood even for that matter. I just have some pork and some shaved chicken thigh. So going back over here to the stove, we're going to start sauteing some of the ingredients that goes in the soup. This is a very fast soup, like I said. Once you have a decent broth, which you can today, on the day before New Year's Eve, maybe you can start a chicken or a beef broth or chicken broth by just boiling your chicken or your piece of brisket or however you're putting in there and make your stock so you have it for the next day. So I added a little sesame oil because I'm going to go more of an oriental route. I don't know if every recipe you're going to read across the internet is going to tell you that, but being a chef, I just have some ingredients that I'll use a lot in my normal cooking that have oriental and Asian influences, and this is one of them. I like the flavor of sesame oil. Alright, so that's going to cook for a minute. Let me get a spoon. Here, so I'll sauteing this mushroom, mushrooms in sesame oil. I want to cook them a little bit, just to get some of the liquid out of it. And while that's going on, I'll come over here. Every Yakamein also has a lot of scallions or green onions. I'll put my green onions sliced up, ready to go. Most of this is really garnish. There's not a whole lot of food that really gets prepared for the soup. Here, I'll just show you quick how to chiffonade these greens. Gonna add that. Here's to the broth. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken. It's raw. I'll get this cooked. And go ahead and add the broth right in. You can see it was very gelatinous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I did, when I cooked the spaghetti, I'll show you what I did, save some of the the pasta water.
Pasta water, okay.
Yeah, and people can use it in soups. I like to use it for this particular soup, and it's going to have that spaghetti in it. Rinse that out and get all that stock in it. Good stock. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put stocks in. We're going to, just because it's a hangover soup, we're going to add a little of this Great Lakes oatmeal stout.
Does it matter what beer?
I just prefer a darker beer. Porter, stout, I don't know. I mean, you could do some lighter beer as well. We'll save that for Mike, the videographer. And then, like I said, it's Asian, so I like to put some Asian influence, chili, this chili sauce, sweet chili, get in there. It's just a little bit. I like it like this flavor. We're gonna add our Creole seasoning. What's Yakamein without Creole seasoning, right?
The dust.
Yeah. This is Zatarain brand. I there's all kinds, but I like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the soy sauce. I mean, this is all to taste. I may not stop where, you know, at this point, but I'll leave everything out. I can always taste it, you know, decide what I want. Worcestershire sauce, because like I said, everybody in New Orleans puts Worcestershire in everything. And of course, Tabasco sauce. And I've been enjoying this garlic Tabasco in a lot of food lately.
Yeah, you gave me some of that. It was
it's
good.
good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good on everything. I mean, like pizza. All right.
It's looking good.
I'm gonna add go ahead and add all this.
Rest of the pasta water.
Yeah, we can stop. All right, we got this Yakamein broth going pretty good now. You can come take a look. I just want to get it simmered. You know, pretty much all my liquid ingredients are in, unless I want to add some more soy sauce, maybe some hot sauce. But at this point, I like the way it's going. I do add a little. I mean, you know, you can add tomato paste. You can add a little paste, just to thick, give it a little bit of body. This is a chili paste. Be careful with some of these chili pastes; they're really spicy. So I'm gonna add a teeny bit of that, and we're gonna go ahead and add some of our, you know, garnish that's going to be part of the broth, which is the greens. And I just, because, you know, it kind of reminds me of miso. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like seaweed. But I'm going to add a little bit of this seaweed again as a garnish. Those seaweed strands. You know, it does have a umami type flavoring, and you know, this soup is kind of all about the umami anyway. That flavoring that your body craves.
After a fun night.
Yeah, after a fun night. And I had this sitting out. I didn't realize this. I forgot, but I had a little sake left over from the other night. We're gonna add that too.
Throw that in there.
It could be vodka. It could be anything. It's all the alcohol portion is gonna be actually cooked out of it. You're not drinking again after a hard night. I tell you that. This is pretty much just that. Interesting to get its flavors. All right, so that's pretty much it. You know, we'll ladle it up. This is already cooked, so I'm gonna put this in the soup as a garnish. We're gonna taste it first. That's one thing I forgot to do. I want to taste it. It's a tasting spoon here. Just that final. Notice I didn't add any salt. Probably won't need any of that with everything that I added. Wow, that's really good.
That's ready.
That's really good. We'll have video Mike eating it. All right, so it's gonna go ahead for the presentation. We're gonna ladle it up. So
okay.
So what this presentation is all about. All right, so I'm gonna kill the heat. We're going to take the hard-boiled egg. It's served like that.
Okay.
In the bowl. We're going to take a piece of the porchetta. Add a couple pieces. We're going to add some of the green onion. And I'm going to ladle this right on top. Oops, I forgot something, actually. We're going to go ahead and add our spaghetti in there too. It's already cooked, and I didn't even cool it down because I just cooked it a few minutes ago. So all this will kind of float up to the top once I pour the broth in. Okay. And stir it up. And there we go. Mike's going to enjoy it. We're going to video him next.
That looks awesome.
It's a little bit hot. Let's bring it right. Mike's going to enjoy that Yakamein we just made.
Yeah,
the one thing I didn't add to it, and just for presentation purposes, we're going to add a couple of these. You can always add more. Think of these cracklings, these pork cracklings.
All right, I'm going to try the broth first. Oh yeah, no trouble. That's some good stuff. Now you say you can use some chopsticks
Chopsticks
too,
just to make it a little easier.
Yeah, I see that.
Think of it as like a ramen type soup.
Yep.
It's good though.
Do a job, man.
Can I have some?
Oh yeah, we got Alan here who's going to enjoy it too. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed